Mic check, mic check. Looks like mic is good. Looks like the mic is good. Mic check. Mic check. Oh, mic sounds better, y'all. Oh, mic sounds better, y'all. Mic sounds better, y'all. All right, here we go. I'm gonna post this. All right, here we go. I'm gonna post this. We're gonna start it off just the way I planned to originally. We're gonna start it off just the way I planned to originally. Let me turn myself down right here. So I do appreciate you guys joining us. If you're just getting in here, I had some technical difficulties. I know what I did, so I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. But I also am waiting for people to get in here. So let me go ahead and just post this real quick. Here we go. Sorry, let me pull this down. I don't know if anybody's in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Once again, I had some technical difficulties, so I welcome you for being here. Give me a few moments real quick. All right, let's post this there. Let me get this right here. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm live right now. We're in here talking about some wine. I got some really good French wine here. Also, too, discussing my first time in Guatemala and climbing a volcano. So, if you clicked on the other link, it's bad. Click on this link right here. Subscribe to the channel so you get notifications. Help me get to some of these goals we got up here. Thank you. If you're just coming in here and you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend, tell somebody that we are live. It's going to be pretty fun stream, I believe. I think you guys are going to have a good time. So without further ado, I wanted to start this off one special way.
Nasty.
Damn, yo, Nico.
You did this shit?
That's nasty work. That's nasty work. Nasty work.
Hey.
Nasty work.
Please tell somebody to come jump in the stream, share the link.
Nasty work. Nasty work. How they doing it that way? Nasty work. How to finesse and make a play? Nasty work. Black Air Force Ones on today. Nasty work. Getting to the rack and getting paid. Nasty. Pull up looking like it just got sprayed. Nasty. Dribble through the legs and hit the fade. Nasty. Baby say she like it in the nasty. She nastier than Tina Shea. She nasty. That's nasty work. Nasty. That's nasty work. Riding drop top in the rain. That's nasty work. Nasty. That's nasty work. Mash your eye with the nasty work. So nasty. Nasty work. Nasty work. Nasty work. Candy, black licorice. Nasty.
All right.
Better than a pin.
Got the mic fixed.
That mac and cheese
Got
don't look
everything
right.
else fixed. Let's
Nasty.
go.
Slapping 415s at the light. Nasty. Baby acting classy when she out, but she nasty. When it's time of the month, girl, you nasty. Give it top, make it nasty. Her name Jenna, but I call her Miss Jackson, cause she nasty. She nasty. That's nasty work. Nasty. That's nasty work. Riding drop top in the rain. That's nasty work. Nasty. That's nasty work. Mash your eye with the nasty work. So nasty. Nasty work.
Please go follow Fairfield. I love
Nasty
you.
work.
Music by Bijan.
Nasty work.
The other night. Content on there. Please go follow the page. Shout out to Bijan. Shout out to Tom Bailey. I'm gonna let that run one more time while we got some people coming in. We got 2 people in here. If you're in the stream, please like the video, share it, participate in the chat. We're gonna get started here in just a few moments. I'm gonna let this run one more time, and then we're gonna.
We was causing all the problems, sticks and.
That's gonna get me a copyright right there. Go ahead and like the video, participate in the chat. Gonna be talking about a lot of fun stuff today. I'm gonna be pulling up some tabs real quick while I'm letting this run around because I had to restart.
That's nasty work.
So I didn't put together though.
That's nasty work. Nasty work. Nasty work. How they doing it that way? Nasty work. How to finesse and make a play? Nasty work. Black Air Force Ones on today. Nasty work. Getting to the rack and getting paid. Nasty. Pull up looking like it just got sprayed. Nasty. Dribble through the legs and hit the fade. Nasty. Baby say she like it in the A. Nasty. She nastier than Tina Shay. She nasty. That's nasty work. Nasty. That's nasty work. Ride drop top in the rain. That's nasty work. Nasty. That's nasty work. Mash your eye with the nasty work. So nasty. Nasty work. Nasty work. Nasty work. Candy, black licorice. Nasty. Old girl wetter than a pin. Nasty. Ooh, that mac and cheese don't look right. Nasty. Slapping 415s at the light. Nasty. Baby acting classy when she out, but she nasty. When it's time of the month, girl, you nasty. Give it top, make it nasty. Her name Jenna, but I call her Miss Jackson, cause she nasty. She nasty. That's nasty work. Nasty. That's nasty work. Ride drop top in the rain. That's nasty
Welcome
work.
into the stream, you guys. Please share this, like this if you haven't already. We're gonna go ahead and get started right now. We're just waiting a moment or two for some people to get in here.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
All right. So once again, that was Nasty Work by Bijan and Dom Bailey off the Cali Winter 5 album that is out now. So please go check that out. Really some dope artists, some people doing influential things out here in the Bay. And we really like that right there. So we want to continue to push that. Again, Nasty Work by Bijan featuring CEO Nico, Dom Bailey on the beat. All right, so want to welcome everybody to the stream. Those who are in here, I appreciate you guys joining us. If you're just getting in here, I actually had I messed up. I actually had some technical difficulties. So if you're just getting in here now, before you got here, I was having a mic malfunction. For some reason, my mic was not registering. And so I don't know what happened. I don't know if something got closed that wasn't supposed to get closed. And it ended up just like, like the program itself wasn't running with the mic. I don't know what happened, but I ended up having to like restart my computer. Was kind of annoying, but that's okay. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick here on stream, and then I'm gonna get to my notes and get the stream started how I plan to. I do want to show you guys something though. I actually got something this week. I just got it, but your boy got a roadcaster. Let's go. If this thing was on, I will be pushing the applause button right now, but it's not yet, so that's okay. So I'm gonna get that on. Don't worry, it's gonna happen. I mean, don't get it wrong. It's been on and it turned on. I just don't have it hooked up to the stream yet. But I did get my roadcaster this week, so this is a next step, a new development in the stream. So hit the clap hands for yourself. You guys are definitely making this possible as we continue to grow this channel. So I appreciate it. I'm gonna set this over to the side real quick. I just wanted to show you guys. I definitely got my roadcaster, so I'm hoping by next stream I'll have the mic and the computer as well as like a Bluetooth hooked up to this. So I look forward to that. Again, I had some difficulties today getting on stream with the mic. I had to kill the other link and start it back up. So we're growing, we're developing, we're getting better at this. But hey, I had to think quickly I'm on the fly and get this stream back up and get the mic working. So I'm gonna set this to the side and we'll go ahead and kick off this stream. All right. All right. So once again, I want to thank you guys all for being here. I actually have had a really good weekend, a really great weekend, starting with Friday at the Fairfield I Love You podcast. So over at the Fairfield I Love You podcast, we had a couple people join us. So we had guest Big Reese, rapper out of Fairfield, California, that joined us on our stream over there. It was actually great conversation. We had a reaction to the Dregs One and Trevor Potter interview. So that is up on the Fairfield I Love You page, the stream. If you go to the Fairfield I Love You YouTube, then you can go ahead and check that out. I definitely want to encourage you to go do that because we had quite the conversation. To be honest, we were a little buzzed. We had some E40 blueberry Moscato was fire. It was definitely super good. And we got into the conversation again, responding to the Dregs One interview with Trevor Potter. And so I encourage you to go check that out. It's on the Fairfield I Love You page. I'm going to go ahead and show that page to you guys real quickly so that way you can pull it up. But the conversation itself was a great conversation. We not only talked about why Fairfield needs to stop being, why you got to stop playing around like Fairfield is not the Bay. On top of that, we discussed, some of the legends from the Bay Area, some of the legends from Fairfield, like Rick Rock and like E40, that literally have ties in the city of Fairfield. So once again, I encourage you guys to go over to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. That way you can get the notifications. Here's the thumbnail right now from our stream we did. And so I want to go ahead and ask you guys to go check that out. Clip it up if you'd like. If you see anything good on there, I encourage you. So if you're here, and please participate in the chat, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Want to continue to encourage you guys to help us to grow. So I really need to get to at least 500 subscribers to qualify for the first level of monetization. So that way we can do super chats, man. We can get some super chats going, get some other things going. But until then, I want you guys to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it, please. I put a lot of shorts up. And in fact, a lot of today's stream, when I was trying to figure out the best way, so I have a lot of the footage that I have from traveling is just on my phone because of the fact that I never actually had a channel for traveling or anything like that, just my Instagram. A lot of the stuff that I have is just in my phone. So what I was thinking is, what is the best way to discuss what the title is discuss climbing Acatenango, hiking Acatenango. What's the best way to describe that? Show the videos without, like, losing necessarily some quality, but also to making it available if people want to go back and watch it later, not just me reacting to it. So what I ended up doing was I uploaded all these videos onto my let me pull this down a little bit. All right, I think that's better. So I uploaded these videos onto my YouTube as shorts. So some of them are shorts, but they're like 3 minutes long, right? So we're gonna react to some of that today. I'm actually gonna be talking about traveling to Guatemala. I just once again, real quickly, wanted to reiterate the Fairfield I Love You stream and to make sure that you guys go check that out. That was Friday night. We're still coming up with an official name for it. Right now, it's the Fairfield I Love You podcast. I kind of like Fridays from the field. I kind of like the way that sounds. And so until we get an official name right now, it's the Fairfoot I Love You podcast every Friday night. And I encourage you guys to please go subscribe to that channel, like this video, like those videos. Check out Bijan's music. Bijan makes amazing songs, and his production, so his beat selection, the producers that he works with, the visuals he puts out, everything is top tier. So I encourage you guys to please go check that out. And actually, I remember I raised this. There we go. I raised that because we were dancing last week and I wanted to get more of like a bigger thing. So if I lower it a little bit right there, yeah, that's better. Okay. So what are we talking about today, you guys? Well, we're not done recapping the weekend. I once again was at the Fairfoot I Love You stream. I have actually had my aunts in town for the whole weekend, which has been a super blessing. So on top of everything that I do, everything that I take care of during the week and the weekends, all the commitments that I have, like with the Fairfoot I Love You pod, streaming here on Sundays, I have made sure to make an extra effort to hang out with my aunts, my tias, who live in Los Angeles, who are up here visiting, and so it's been a fun time. On Saturday, after I put in some work during the day, we actually went out to my brother's salsa night. My brother has a salsa band. He's a part of a big salsa band that is just coming up in the Sacramento area. They're the new salsa band in the Sacramento area, comprised of such an eclectic group of people from all different walks of life, but who love their music, love what they're doing. And the band is called Sabor. And so I definitely want to share a little bit of that. So once again, I put some shorts up on my channel. I encourage you to please subscribe if you're not subscribed. These shorts are available. This is the band Sabor. This is my brother right here. And so we're going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to make sure you guys are seeing this in the cool. All right, here we go. So this is Saturday night, which was last night. So let's take a look at this. See, we're at the Press Club in Sacramento. It's a really cool place in downtown Sacramento. They used to actually do like rap shows back in the day. So Press Club used to have these rap shows that they would put on. The rap shows themselves were actually pretty cool underground. We had people like C Plus, a DJ named Flo. I remember the homies used to promote and host it. And so now the Press Club has moved to a bigger location downtown, and on some Saturday nights they host Salsa Saturdays. And so in the front room there was a DJ playing bachata. In the back room there was Sabor doing their debut night here at the Press Club. It was quite a time, a great time. And then so after that, we were joking around, goofing around, and this is a little bit of that, a little bit of me goofing around. And all these videos are available as shorts on my channel. So I want to encourage you to go subscribe, go check out some of the shorts, like them, share them. This helps us get our traction up and grow the channel, and we want to continue to do that. Once again, I definitely had recapped on the Fairfield stuff, but the having being a part of the being a part of the opening night of Sabor at the Press Club was pretty special. This is Javi, the guitar player, really great guy. He's been a part of more than one of my brother's bands. And let me just be quiet while he plays here. Let me go ahead and wait for the loop to catch back around. All right. So shout out Javi, shout out Sabor. We had quite a time. I had a great time down at the Press Club. Shout out the Press Club. It was definitely a great time. I think the band has such a unique talent, has such a unique flavor. I'm really excited for what they're doing here in Sacramento. So if you are in the Sacramento area or in the greater area, or even in California, and you need a salsa band, a real live salsa band that does great music, please contact support any of the members and get them involved with any of your events or showcases or shows that you have. All right. So yeah, it was a good time this weekend. Like I said, lots of fun between family being here, between going to the podcast and potting on Friday night at Fairfield, which we did some responding to Dregs One and to Trevor Potter talking about Fairfield is at the Bay. So once again, I want you to go check that. Please like and subscribe to this video if you haven't already. I want to encourage you to do that. Like, subscribe this video, share it. Also, too, please go on and comment if there's any things that you want us to talk about, any things you want us to go over. We'd be happy to. Okay. So as usual, as I have kind of created this custom. It is Sunday, so we are pop open a bottle. We have popped open a bottle already because I was unfamiliar with the wine and didn't know it. I didn't want to wait to open it on stream. Instead, I decided to wait until. I decided to open it ahead of time and give it a little taste and give it some time to breathe. So that way, if it was strong or anything like that, I'd have a second to open up and really get the flow in. So, with that being said, today's wine that I have is from a country that I have come to love, the country of France. Once again, if my roadcaster was connected, I would definitely be hitting the button going, pew, 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 pew. But we have some wine from France. It is from a region that was recommended to me by my friend, my little brother, my petit frère, if you will, my small brother in French, if that is if you like my French right there. So my petit frère recommended a wine region for me. He said, "Bro, if you like Syrah, then I recommend that you buy wine from Côtes du Rhône." I don't know how to pronounce these right, so please don't judge me on this. One thing that I would like to see come from my chat, if anything else, of my channel and what I'm doing is that I want to see the pretentiousness of wine go away. I don't want to see any people that act snobby about wine, that act like they're too good, like someone who doesn't know, can't ask questions, anything like that. I am a little ghetto. So the first wine that I ever had really like that was Two Buck Chuck, good old Charles Schwab from Trader Joe's. So, if I started there, obviously I've grown my palate. I've tried foods and different things. So, when we read and labels and we talk about wine, there's a desire for some people to be very pretentious and snobby. We're going to get rid of all that here. Whatever it tastes like, whatever you think it's like, that's what it is. You know what I mean? That's what you understand. That's what you know. There is no wrong way to drink, taste, or discuss wine in my books. So we're going to get rid of that pretentiousness right off the bat. Okay. So we have this wine here today. This wine is from the region. I actually bought this because not only did I like that it was the region that was recommended to me by Yohan, but also too the bottle itself has a lot of good information. So if you look at the bottle itself, right, it has the name and it has the region, but then below it has a lot of great information. So we are drinking a wine from 2023, which is not bad, a 2-year-old wine. It is a 50% Grenache, I'm sorry, a 50% Grenache, a 35% Syrah, and this is a grape that I'm unfamiliar with, but I want to learn more about. More about. It's a Mourvedre, Mourvedre. Okay. Let's leave the pretentiousness out. I don't know how to pronounce it. Giving it my best shot. Mourvedre. Okay. So 15% Mourvedre grapes. Then it says aged in elevage, traditional neutral tank, and foundry allow for integration of varietals. So a traditional neutral tank is where how they made it. Now it says vineyard influence, mix of northern and southern Vaucluse vineyards. Now, I'm unfamiliar with that word, so we're going to learn together what Vaucluse vineyard means. Let's see here. Vaucluse. Oh, okay. So it says that a Vaucluse is an IGB title for a red, white, and rosé wines that are produced in the administrative department of the same name in southern eastern France. Okay, so that means that these Vaucluse vineyards are where the grapes were harvested. So this is a wine that's coming from the south of France in the southern region, and I'm going to pull up the regions of French wine in just a moment. And we're going to talk about why we're talking about French wine, everything like that. Once again, I just wanted to tell you guys what we're drinking. So this is Vina Fore collection wine. I actually picked this up today from Safeway. So this is a wine from Safeway. Now, here's the best part. Once again, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been drinking it a little while. It is really good. And it was on sale for $9.99. Another $10 wine. Once again, if I had my roadcaster hooked up, I'd be going bow 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 bow. Hand claps, let's go. Another $10 wine today. So today's stream is on the Vita 4. It is a Syrah, Grenache, and Mourvèdre grape. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I really appreciate Yohan, my friend, for recommending that I get a wine from this region. So I'm going to read the back of the label because part of the reason I bought this, like I said, was the label. Was the label? It has a really cool information. It kind of looks nice. It's packaged well, and on the back it says. With the Vinafor collection, Master of Wine Curtis Mann has curated distinctively classic wines from around the globe. Each is selected to capture the truest expression of the regions in which they're grown, making every bottle an invitation to explore the world of wine. Now, I didn't read that in the store, but how perfect is that for what we're doing? We're exploring the world, we're exploring the world of wine, and today the world of wine has taken us to the south of France. Now, I will tell you that I'm not gonna ever eat on stream like that. It's not my thing. I do have a little piece of chocolate right here for me to enjoy a little bit of this with. But that's when I play some music later. I'm gonna put that so my mic, you won't hear me doing that. But I did read the back of this, and usually on most bottles of modern production, they will tell you what it pairs well with. So it says this pairs well with a cassoulet. I have no idea what a cassoulet is. Barbecue or aged goat cheese. Now, I'm all out of aged goat cheese. So I got some barbecue because I also didn't know what cassoulet was. So a cassoulet, and we're going to learn this together. Are you ready? So they recommend that this wine goes good with the cassoulet. A cassoulet is a hearty, slow cooked French stew, typically featuring white beans, various meats like duck confit, pork, sausage, and sometimes lamb, and herbs, traditionally cooked in a high sided earthenware pot called a castle. Okay, so it's kind of like almost like casserole, but more like a stew. Okay. So they recommend that this wine goes good with that as well as barbecue. And I had barbecue today. So what I had was I had a little bit of ribs and I had a little bit of chicken. I popped open the wine, let it breathe a little bit, poured it, gave it a little scent. Now, it does say on here that, let's see, where was the, okay, it says that the tasting notes, which are what you're getting from the wine, right? So the notes, when someone tries to act pretentious and like, I'm getting notes of it's just what are you tasting, right? What does it taste like to you? So it says tasting notes, savory with dark berry notes, which I do agree, definitely very savory. It's not rough on the tongue at all. It's very smooth. Definitely juice, but much more like a dark berry juice, like they say, kind of like a blackberry, almost like a black cherry kind of flavor, accented by Mediterranean herbs and cracked pepper. Now, I do taste a little bit of the peppery, okay, and the Mediterranean herbs. I probably am getting that if I'm eating some like barbecue that's got like a little bit of thyme on it or something like that. It's probably going to accent those notes a little more. I'm going to tell you those were the notes that I read on there. I'm going to tell you what I get from this a little bit. So I definitely get like a almost like a cherry pie, kind of like a day old cherry pie. Like a cherry pie that's been sitting, like when cherries have been sitting in the fridge a little while, like a cherry pie or some kind of like cherries, and then they kind of get like a little tart. It definitely has like a tiny bit of tartness, but it's sweet. Yeah. And what they said, I can taste the herbs and some peppery. Yeah. So I think they're pretty right on with their tasting note recommendation. Now, sometimes I don't like to read that because I want to think about things my own. But as far as that goes, I think they're pretty spot on, which is great. You always like when when it's been when what they say rings true. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a quick image just to give us a little bit of background on what we were talking about a moment ago. So let's see here. We're gonna do this French wine exploration map. Okay. All right. Where's the open image? There we go. Boom. Got it. Okay. So here is the map of the French regions of wine. Now, once again, we're going to leave all the pretentiousness out, right? You go to France, just like in America, you're going to find some snobby people. I have not been to France, but I just know, just like anywhere else, you're going to find snobby people. I've met French people other places in the world, like my brother Yohan, right? Like my little brother Yohan. So I have met people around the world from France, and I can tell you that they're all pretty good people. I like French people, but the thing is, the wine that we drink here, a lot of the grapes come originally from these regions. So when we hear words like champagne, champagne is only champagne if it truly comes from this area. If not, it is just sparkling white wine or California Prosecco or Moscato or whatever. It is just that. It is not champagne. True champagne only comes from this region of France right here, which is the northern region, which is just outside of Paris in that area over there. See it? Now, where my friend Yohan is from is right here. He's right on the Belgian border with of France with this town right here called Lille. So one day I hope to go there and visit his family. He actually lives in Spain, so he's not currently living in France, but his family is there, and he said we can go there and hang out one day and visit all the people he grew up with, which they're awesome. Johan is a dope dude, and we're going to talk about him a little bit more later. So here's Champagne. We have this valley right here where Sauvignon Blanc, Chine Blanc, all these Cabernet, all these are from right here. Then we have the Burgundy region, which Chardonnay comes from, Pinot Noir, that comes from right there. Beaujolais. We have Bordeaux, which you should know that. If you drink wine at all, you should know the Bordeaux region. We have the Rhone Valley. So this is where we're drinking out of today. So these are grapes from the Rhone Valley. And like it says right here, the Syrah grapes come from right there. That's where the Syrah grapes come from that we're having today. And then down here we have the Southwest area, Bordeaux blends, Madurins, all kind right there. And then this Provence area right here is the rosé side. So once again, Pinot Gris up here in the northern east side right there. So these are the different areas of France. Again, I haven't been there yet. I actually, as this is developing, I'm hoping to maybe schedule a dope little like France wine tour or something like get anybody who wants to join, who wants to sign up in the chat, got the money to go, the time to go, you work remotely, whatever, let's do a trip. Like, let's schedule something, and I think it would be pretty cool. But once again, that's what we're drinking today. So we're having some French wine out of the Rhone Valley, which once again, that's the cool thing to me about wine is right now I am sitting in Northern California drinking and a wine that I found at my local supermarket that was imported and then recommended to me from the area by a friend from France, and now I'm sitting here drinking a bottle that was harvested, processed, aged in 2023, shipped over to the States, and here it is right now. A product from France, and I didn't even have to go there to enjoy it. So please, once again, one of the things that I love about wine, it is a community, it is a culture, and now here's the fun part, right? I'm going to teach you guys my favorite French saying. One second. So there is a French saying that I was taught by my brother Johan, and it happened organically, right? It was our first night in Antigua, meeting up to go on this adventure that I'm gonna get ready to tell you about in a little bit. And it's when he told me, we had two beers and we were supposed to go back to our Airbnb or the hostel or whatever, to go, like get some rest. And I said, hey, should we get another? And there were two beers already finished, and that's when he said "Jamais deux sans toi," which means never two without three. And I love that saying. So "Jamais deux sans toi," never two without the three. And I could be messing that up once again. I already had a little bit of the wine. I'm enjoying myself. So jamais deux sans trois. Never two without three. Have another glass is what pretty much it comes down to. So, anyways, so like I was saying, that is the French wine regions. Gave you a little bit of history. We learned some words. We learned what the Vaucluse vineyards are, the area. We also learned with the Calicet. the French stew that this wine is supposed to be paired well with. We learned about the callus, the French um, pot, and then also too, I just taught you a very cool phrase, jamais deux sans trois, which means never two without three. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little portion of it. Gonna go ahead and get on to the rest of it. I do have a very special, like literally a cool little special thing for you. I actually have some unreleased music to listen to with you guys. It may not be a lot of your guys's typical preference. Let me just say that. Might not be what you're going to throw on at home, what you're going to be riding around in the car to it by yourself. However, if you happen to have, fellas, a lady with you and you want to entertain, you want to get the entertainment going, this song could help. Or if you are a lady and you want to be entertaining, this song could help. So we have some unreleased music by Auntie, one of the newest artists, female rappers to come from Long Beach, California. Shout out to LBC once again. If I had my roadcaster plugged in, I would be going bow, 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 but I don't. So I'm just gonna make that noise. So I have some unreleased music from Auntie. I'm gonna play that a little later in the stream. But for now, want to go ahead and move on to once again what the plan was for today. So let's get into it. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and play just a quick short for you guys. This is going to open up the scene here, kind of where we're at, what we're doing, what's going on. I think you guys are going to get a trip off of this right now. So let's go ahead and pull this up. That's right. Volcano explosion.
Wow.
Bro, no chill. Scooter in the background for you. Pretty cool, right? So that is the Volcan de Fuego in Guatemala. So this volcano is actually next to the volcano that we hiked a couple years ago. When I first went traveling, I was with my best friend Jonathan. He was like, "Hey man, let's go to Colombia. I've been to Colombia, but I've never been to the Amazon jungle." So I did a stream, I think a week or two ago about that. I talked about the Amazon jungle, going to the Amazon jungle. And part of that stream, I talked about meeting my friend Yohan, who is a young Frenchman from Lille, France. And he has a wanderlust and a love for Latin culture. So by the time we met him, he had already been in Colombia for like 2 weeks. He took an intense Spanish learning class, so he was almost fluent in Spanish already. And he joined us on our Amazon tour with our guide. From there, became friends with him. It was pretty cool to hang out with him, get to know him on the trip. When you spend 3 days in the Amazon jungle with someone and kind of like surviving with them in a way, you become friends. You know what I mean? You become like really close, especially like on excursions in general when traveling. I feel like excursions are one of the number one ways that people make friends overseas. So we met Johan inside of the or in the Amazon jungle, literally on the river, and then afterwards we stayed friends. My friend that I was traveling with a lot has since now moved to Chile, to South America. So I lost kind of my travel buddy, someone I had been to multiple countries with, enjoyed traveling around, and so I got a text one day out of nowhere from Johan, and he said, "Hey, bro, I'm thinking about going to Guatemala to hike Acatenango volcano, Volcan Acatenango. Would you like to join me?" Now, when you get a text randomly and someone says they want to hike a volcano, are you down? You always want to say yes, but let's be realistic. Can I even hike the volcano? I don't know. I'm pretty fit. I'm not, I mean, I'm fat, but I'm still fit. I work out. I do a lot of outdoor activities, but sure, I can do it. Luckily for Yohan, I hadn't been traveling in a little bit and I was kind of hungry to go somewhere. Not only that, I had landed a pretty sweet gig in San Francisco that I was working on remodeling a home job. So I had, a few extra dollars and some time to kill. Why not? So I flew to Guatemala to meet Johan about a month and a half, almost 2 months later, from him asking me. And that's where our story picks up today. So we're drinking French wine recommended by Johan, an area that we should have some wine from since he knows Syrah is my favorite. And we're going to talk about our adventure that him and I went on when he invited me to climb a freaking volcano. So, first of all, if you ever been traveling, you understand that excursions are like a big part of why you're there. Almost everywhere in most cities, they have excursions available for you to go on from your hotel, from your hostel. And once again, a lot of these videos that we're going to watch today, they're available as shorts on my channel. I did that on purpose for two reasons. Number one, since I'm reacting to them, you have me talking over them. If you want to see them later, and you're a part of this channel, please like, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it. But also, too, you can go back and watch these later without having to watch it on this stream. So this is us getting ready to head out to our excursion of climbing Acatenango with CA Travelers. Now, whether that's California or not, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's California Travelers. However, the logo is just CA Travelers, so we're going to call it that. And we're right now getting picked up by a bus heading to the headquarters of CA Travelers. And this is what it's like to do an excursion overseas, like in a country like Guatemala.
Okay, so now I'm gonna show the regulars. So my vegetarians, you guys might want to close your eyes while I show you the vegetarians. I gotta double check your meal, okay? So I have 3 vegetarians. So you guys ready?
So as you can see there, our guide starting out, he's letting us know we're gonna get there, we're gonna prepare food. He told the vegetarians to turn around because he was gonna show them the meal that we were gonna have. I believe it had like a couple eggs, sandwiches, piece of chicken, different things like that. So when you book the excursion on this one, you're literally going for an overnight excursion. So we're staying at a hostel, staying somewhere else. We book the excursion and we're headed to the headquarters. The headquarters provides the food. There's a meal up on the mountain and then a meal that we bring with us for like lunch, snacks, whatever. Plus anything else you want to bring, but you got to carry it with you. So anything you take, you got to carry up the mountain. So let's get a couple quick facts on Acatenango. That way you guys know the high elevation and everything, okay? So Acatenango is a mountain because it's a dormant volcano in Guatemala. It is 13,041 feet tall. And you start at the base, right? So when you get to the CA headquarters, they are preparing you not only to go on an excursion with them on a cool trip, but you are literally getting ready to go from the bottom in a very equatorial, it's not equatorial, but near the equator, an equatorial country that has like a lot of humidity. It's warm down below, rain showers and stuff like that, but it's not cold. Now you're getting ready to hike 13,000 feet. You're going to do it in one day and you're going to come back in that same day. Whatever you take with you is what you have. So this is us at the headquarters, the CA Travelers headquarters, getting our stuff together, packing up. This is everybody that went on the trip with us. I believe it was like 20 people. We had about 20 people that went with us. So there's my backpack, my jacket. They have big parkas and coats because if you're traveling to Guatemala, you're not usually taking a big jacket with you. But when you make it up to the top of a volcano that's 13,000 feet in the air, it's a lot colder than it is down below. So you got to be prepared. And so, once again, a part of the trip is making sure that you have all of your supplies that you need. In fact, I actually have this is pretty cool right here. Look, this is actually my headlamp because They gave me a broken headlamp that had like a little break right there. It was like that when I got it. I didn't say anything because I didn't really think about it or look at it or notice it. So when I got back, it was broken like that. That means that I had to pay for it. And so it's mine. So I took it home with me. So this is the headlamp that I actually wore when I hiked the volcano. And you'll see why you need a headlamp. So at CA Travelers, we're getting situated. We're getting all of our gear together.
Yo,
Better. Boom. CA Travelers. So this is us down at the base. So as you can see, it is not cold, right? It is hot. It is not cold at all. Dude back here is in a tank top. I'm in a hat. Here's my Crave Pizza and Wings t-shirt. Gonna have those available for sale pretty soon. Now, something they tell you, but you didn't know at first, is that you have to carry your stuff, your change of clothes, your food, your supplies, everything with you. But you can also pay for a porter to carry your stuff. So this is my porter. This is my nice, small, middle-aged grandpa. I don't know how old he is, but it's cool because paying him means that he gets a day of work. I want to say it was like an extra $25 for him to carry my stuff up and down after already paying like 75 for the excursion, which includes your meal and you're staying there for the night, right? So, all in all, $100 and I don't have to carry my stuff. Now, pretty cool thing about this picture right here. This is actually my niece's purse. I just have a picture of her the other day having it, but she carries this backpack around. She loves it. I hiked up and down the volcano with that backpack. It actually has my cell phone and like little stuff, my vape pen, things like that inside of it. And so I carried it up and down the volcano with me, and she wears it around today. Has no idea that it's been up and down the volcano. So shout out to my porter. He carried my backpack and my jacket and everything. So this is the beginning of the hike. You start where it almost is like a little bit of like farmland. And so when you look right now, and again, these are available on my page. So if you want the better, higher quality, you can go there and look at it rather than just watching me react to it. But this is the beginning of look at that. Look how beautiful that is. So as you can see, it's farmland, but the weather's great. You feel optimistic. You're kind of like, man, nothing's gonna take me down on this trip. I could do this forever. And here you go, right up the mountain, starting literally at the bottom. Pretty soon, you get up high enough. This is after you can kind of hear me breathing on there. This is after a while where you get up to the level that now you're hitting fog because Guatemala has a lot of weather. Let me just say that. They get volcanoes. Sorry, the volcanoes get lightning storms, thunderstorms, rain showers constantly. It's so close to the equator. It's just very, very tropical, very, very humid. But when you hike and you're climbing, now you're getting above some of that weather and you're getting more into the clouds and the thick, dense fog. This is a beautiful area of the forest on the mountain, just with this dense fog looking really, really cool. And there's my porter holding my bag as I take a break. So, as you see here, shout out Fairfield, I love you. Shout out Bijan. This is a Cali Winter album merchandise piece. I wore this up the volcano and down the volcano. So, with CA Travelers rocking the CA Winter, shout out them. And here's some of the homies that are on the trip with us. And actually, so these are my friends from Israel. So these are my Israeli friends right here, and one of them was actually going to be singing with me. So as you're hiking, you're literally just hiking up the mountain, man. It's hard to see like how much further you have to go, how long it's gonna take, but it is a literal 6 7 hour hike all day until you reach 11,500 feet, almost 12,000 feet, and that's where the camp is. So this is where we land after climbing for almost 6 hours, straight breaks for a little while. One of the last people to make it up, just out of pure exhaustion, wanting to quit, all those kind of things. Make it to camp where you're going to spend the night, and this is a pretty cool place. So everybody gets their own individual. If you're a couple, obviously you can stay, but everybody has their own individual bunk. The bunks are just like platforms that are kind of built out of plywood and wood, and it's overlooking this ridge, and this view on the mountain is amazing, and it's overlooking. So Guatemala, let me see how many volcanoes Guatemala has. Guatemala has so many volcanoes. It's literally the Ring of Fire. And the volcanoes there are scattered throughout. So when you're on the top of one, you see the rest of them. So there are 37 volcanoes in Guatemala, and only 22 have been active in the last 10,000 years. So a lot of them are dormant, and that's the volcano that we're on, Acatenango. It is actually an inactive, dormant volcano. So there shouldn't be any eruptions. However, while you're up there, what you're actually looking at is Volcan de Fuego. And Volcan de Fuego is one of the most active volcanoes in South America. So let's go ahead and finish up
Yohan.
this short look. So this is Yohan right here. Shout out to Yohan. Shout out to my bro, man. This is Yohan up at the top of, well, we're at the camp on the way to the top of Acatenango. He's the one that challenged me to this. It is literally the hardest thing I've ever done physically or mentally in my life. It was a challenge. You have to convince yourself to keep going, even when your body tells you it can. He's way more fit than I am. So I did do some training and some hiking up before this. I hiked 4 miles in Tahoe, kind of thing, but nothing prepared me for what I was about to do. It was insane. So this is us finally making it to camp, hanging out. You see, it's probably like about, I'd say 6 o'clock or so, 7 o'clock after hiking all day long, and we're gonna hang out now. You'll see.
Fucking Yohan.
Turn off
Acatenango,
Pat
fool.
in the background. That was recording, so I could hear it. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and move to the next video. This is us hiking Acatenango. If you're just joining us, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I made an announcement earlier that I bought a roadcaster, so we're stepping this thing up a little bit. Also have some other pretty cool announcements I want to make at the end. But we're just going ahead and talking about when Yohan and I hiked up Acatenango. So this is us now at the camp at night, and this is a pretty cool part of the video that I'm excited to share. This video right here is us with the rest of the crew hanging out at night, us having a good time with everybody. And I think you're going to really enjoy the very end when you have a song from one of my friends from Israel, and it's in Hebrew. It's so cool. So please enjoy this video, this part right here, of us making it to the camp, the views, and then I'll pause a little bit if there's anything to talk about. All right.
Fucking Yohan. Acatenango, fool. Sheesh. Go ahead. It's fine. I'm gonna cut the video anyways.
They said the quicker it doesn't fall.
So these guys right here. So these guys are all. So this guy, they're from like, wait, so they're English? They're from London? Yeah, they're English. So
They said the quicker.
they had me laughing. So it was really cool being from California. And like, you're from Cali, and they have their accent. And I remember one of the things I was like, hey, how do you say like someone who's like we say thirsty, like they're thirsty? He says it's a real horn dog, mate. And I thought it was the funniest thing. He's like, it's a real horn dog there. It's a real horn dog, mate. And I thought it was hilarious. But also too, they really liked. I had some Nike Pegasus on. He goes, "All right, mate, those some nice Peggies you got on there." And I thought that was really cool, man. So it was really good having a good time getting to know them, hanging out with them at night. I brought my vape pen. We're all smoking, drinking, having a good time, and they were really cool. So shout out to those guys, the group of guys from London. These guys right here are serving. That was Yohan. These guys right here, I remember correctly, are from Spain. Then we had another group that was from Australia. Now, I will tell you, me and the Australian guys, we were part of the last ones to make it up. So they called us Los Despacitos, the slow ones. And here's Yohan right here.
Recover.
So that was us hanging out, getting some coffee, some tea, recovering from the climb. Here is Volcan de Fuego. So this is the volcano that's across from Acatenango that we're climbing. This is the volcano across. So you literally get to spend the night hanging out from the evening all night watching the volcano erupt. So you're just seeing kind of smoke and some fog right now. Here's another clip of it. Beautiful sunset happening. A little bit later at night, look at the moon and another one of the volcanoes. I'm not sure which one that is. I can find out later. But just a couple pictures. There's me in front of Fuego going off. There's my Nike Pegasus. The Peggies, mate. Those are nice Peggies, mate. So please like, subscribe the video. If you're just joining us right here, we're talking about hiking up Acatenango and what it was like. This is at camp at 11,500 feet. Participate in the chat for me if you can. That'd be great. So once again, hiking up. So at night, you are kicking it after that. You're just chilling with everybody at camp. And it's just, look at this. Look at this beautiful scene. I mean, that's like something out of like the movie, the Disney movie Aladdin almost. Like I feel like a magic carpet's about to fly up to me any moment. We're at almost 12,000 feet, spending the night. Look, did you see that the lightning storm in the background right there? Catch it right here. There's constant lightning in Guatemala. Watch the lightning storm happening right here. Ready? There it goes. Woo! Scary, man. It's scary when you're up there. You never know what's gonna happen. Boom. And there's Volcan de Fuego. You ready now? Are you ready, guys? Here's what I promised you at the beginning of the stream. Wait for it.
Okay.
All right. So here is a special part. You guys are gonna get entertained right here. An a cappella song sang at night while the yeah, that would be pretty crazy. You're absolutely right. While the volcano's going off across, we're hanging out by the campfire, and this is a song right here. It's actually in Hebrew. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is pretty special. Let me run it back 1 second. So there's the background.
אני עומד ליד מיטתך, צילי נופל על פנייך, ומעמיק את שנתך, ועושה לך תוספת לילה. כעץ ואות מהשם, נפשך כהתה מכורה לאהבה. בבוקר. That's it.
Amazing! Wow! Now, yeah, so that was pretty cool. We got a free show. And I've told you guys that in every trip that I take, there always tends to be like a spiritual moment, an emotional moment. And that was definitely one of those emotional moments when she sang that song. She began to tell us more about what the song was about. I can't tell you that off the top of my head. I can tell you there was a song they taught me. Johnny Miss Rani is a Johnny Rani. It's a Israeli song, so I'll have to put that up one time. But yeah, so we hung out all night. And here is the cool part. I promise you guys from the beginning of the string, this is Volcan de Fuego going off. Now, once again, all of these videos are available as shorts on my channel. I did that for a purpose, so that way you guys can check them out later. And I'm reacting to them now, but you can go on and check them out on your phone later. Like them, share them, please. Subscribe to the channel. Help me get more subscribers up. We're going to go over our numbers here in a little while, but I want to give you guys this treat. This is Volcan de Fuego while we're hanging out on across at the camp, and she's singing and we're hanging out. You're going to hear a little bit of rock music in the background, a Noche song, but take a look at this.
Wow.
That was incredible. You hear it start making noise, and then you just wait and watch. There it goes again.
Wow.
Yalla. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Yalla means like let's go in Israeli. Yalla.
Wow. Oh my god. Nice. If
you're just joining us, please like, share the video, subscribe. These shorts are all available on my page. Look at, there it goes again. It's just going off all day long. You're just kind of chilling, waiting to hopefully catch a glimpse of it going off. It's insane. It's an indescribable feeling to be across from something so powerful. Spewing lava. Look at that. Oh, it's cool. They're speaking Israeli and it's translating us on the short. That's awesome. It's giving subtitles. And there's me in my parka. Let me go back. So there's me in the parka that they provided, the big old coat with my Cali winter hoodie underneath, eating an arepa. So that's an arepa they made with some food on it. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. That's what we had for dinner. Hey, it has to be good if you're that hungry, right? So once again, you spend the night. You get to see the Volcan de Fuego go off. You get to hang out with everybody, have a good time by the fire. But trust me, after 6 hours, 7 hours of hiking, 11,000 feet, you are pretty tired. So you knock out, and then somebody comes and wakes you up at 4:30 in the morning to get ready to leave by 5 a.m. And the reason is because you have to get up, enjoy the top, but then also too, you still have to go back down to make it down in time that day. So this is sunrise on climbing Acatenango. So sunrise hiking up Acatenango. Before I play this video, please, I just want to remind you to like and share this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Recommend this to a friend. As we're talking about some traveling and some different things. We talked wine before this. You can go back and run it. But this is sunrise at about 12,500 feet in Guatemala, trying to make it to the top of Acatenango. And here are Los Despacitos, us slow ones. So there's fuego going off in the morning. So rather than at night where you can see the lava glowing down the side, this is the morning. You're watching it erupt as you're climbing the volcano next to it. All right. So here is the moment we have been working towards. This is the moment that I summited Volcan Acatenango. I have to tell you, this was the hardest day, the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, physically and mentally. It took every bit out of me, all will that I had. I made it to the top. This is the top of Acatenango. So as you can see, it is a dormant volcano, so there is no lava or anything. It is pretty much a mountain, but it was once a volcano before it erupted. And this is the top. This is a pretty special moment. So this is the people that I made it with. These are Los Despacitos. Us who made it up
We're on
last.
top of the world.
Literally on top of the world.
Fucking incredible. Gracias para estar con nosotros. Gracias, Emilio.
Tell them thank you for waiting for us. The guide really, really waited for us, for us to make it up. There was a bigger group with us that made it up already. By the time we were going up, they were coming down. Boom! Look at this. Look at this. So these are my buddies from Australia and the homies from Israel. And that is the top of the world. That is the top of Volcan Acatenango. Couldn't believe I made it. Thank you, Yohan, for challenging me, for suggesting that we do that. Here it is. Now, here's a pretty cool thing. This shirt that I'm wearing is a North Face shirt. It's actually a pretty cool shirt. So that lady right there, Sophia Dannenberg, let me pull her Instagram up real quick. So she is she is there it is. There it is right there. She is the first African American woman to summit Mount Everest. So Sophia Climbs is her Instagram. She's dope. I shared my climb, my hike when I did that. That I was wearing her shirt. She liked it and commented in my message. So shout out to you, Sophia. Her Instagram is Sophia Climbs. But that's what I was wearing. She was part of my inspiration when I made
did
it
it.
up. So shout out Sophia Dannenberg.
Hey, Acatenango. This is fucking amazing.
There it is. Top of the world, boy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to run that back. Look how beautiful that is. There's Fuego in the background right there. With the rest of the volcanoes right there. Look at that. That's it right there, man. That's what it's all about. Just that moment. If you're just now getting in here, we've been talking about when I hiked Acatenango, what it was like. Please like, share, subscribe the video. But that's what it was like right there. It was an amazing experience. And again, I thank Yohan. Now, here's what I want to show you. This is an important reason why I put this in the video and why I am like reacting to this. Because what you have to understand is when they wake you up at 5, like at 5 in the morning or at 4:30 in the morning to go hike the rest of it, you're not hiking like a hill. You're not hiking like a mountainside that's just dirt or whatever. This is literally volcanic gravel. So the volcano exploded, it erupted, and then what's on the mountain top at the very top is literally the volcanic shake, I guess I could say, the volcanic rubble that came out of that explosion. So this is what you had to hike. The reason it takes the whole next morning to make it like the last 1,000 feet is because you take 2 steps forward and 1 step backward. So this is an illustration. I'm sorry, this is a visual to show you what I just hiked up. Look at what I was hiking up. Literally skiing down it. As you step, you just slide. It is literally volcanic gravel. So again, that's what was the hard part. Was not that you had to go so high up and it was hard to take steps. It was hard to climb this stuff. It was insane. So yeah, so that was that. That was what it was like to hike Acatenango. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, once you hike Acatenango, what do you do to go celebrate? How do you after you come down, what do you go do? Well, you do 2 things. Number 1, you go get a deep tissue massage. It's much needed for your legs, for your back, for everything, because a lot of what you're having at this time, you don't want to start cramping up, anything like that. So I actually went and got a shiatsu massage. But the other thing we did was once we made it down, we went out to have some fun. Good times, man. Good times. Shout out to Han. Shout out him being my travel buddy, my homie. We've been around the world, a couple places, and I'm excited the trip to go visit him in Barcelona as well as Spain. Hey. We have fun, man. It's fun traveling, having fun with people, having a good time, meeting people. It's been a great time. So, once again, thank you guys for joining in on the stream. If you're just now getting here, I actually do have some special things I still have to do. But we were talking about what it was like to hike up Acatenango, what it was like to climb a volcano in Guatemala. It's been really cool. I mentioned my homie Yohan. I talked about meeting him, about how we went to the Amazon. I'm gonna need you guys to like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. But one of the things that I wanted to go over real quickly is our numbers. So since the last time that we met here last Sunday, when I did the stream, the last Sunday stream, I set a goal of 100 subscribers before we were here today. Although we did not meet that goal, we definitely made some progress. And so, as of right now, I want to go ahead and pull up the numbers. So as of right now on this stream, let's see here. As of today, oh, let me go back. All right, so as of today, we have Hey, we have 58 subscribers. So once again, if I had my roadcaster hooked up, I'll be like meow 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 meow. So we didn't reach our goal of 100, but we did go from 22 subs on 3-2 to 58 subscribers on 3-9. So we almost tripled. If we had 66, that would have been triple our number, but we over doubled our numbers. As long as we're making progress, that's all I care about. So shout out to you guys for participating, for participating in the chat, for commenting down below. If you watch this later, please comment down below. Tell me what you want me to talk about. Comment on some of the stuff I talk about. If there's anything that I missed that you didn't catch, please comment on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and write this down. As of 3-9 stream, we are at 58 subscribers. All right. So we're still on our road to 100, which is not hard at all. I've barely been able. I just got a new phone. Shout out me. I got a new iPhone 16 Pro. It's been a blessing and I love it. I've been hanging out, taking footage and taking different things, been able to post a link up on what we're doing. So it's been a lot of fun. We're having a new phone. I finally got that in. But I've barely been able to get at this. I just started posting shorts. I'm still looking for people to help me out. If anybody's really good at doing edits, about clipping things up, if you can maybe make an edit and send it to me, I'll post it up. If there's anything that you guys want to see that I've talked about, I did the Your Boy versus Rich Rocka stream this week. It was really, really good. It went really well. I enjoyed it. I got a lot of positive feedback from people. I'm going to be stepping the camera up soon, but the next thing is just getting the Roadcaster hooked up. Once the Roadcaster is hooked up, I'll be able to adjust the mic settings, adjust the volume. The Roadcaster has a setting specifically for the Rode Pod mic, so it'll get my voice like down well. I actually have been planning a couple of things. So one of the things that I'm going to do is, like I've mentioned to you guys before, we're going to be shooting food content. So I actually talked to my homie Mission and my homie Jonny. They have agreed that that we need to go ahead and jump in the game. So we're going to be shooting some food content. I think one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to go have pupusa somewhere. I love pupusas. Shout out El Salvador and the pupusa community. But I love pupusa, so we're gonna go do that first. In Fairfield, the first place I want to try doing food content at is Chicken Express, and I got the owner's email this weekend. So I'm gonna email him. I'm gonna send him some information, talk about what we're doing. I need your guys' help though. I need your guys' help liking, subscribing, growing the channel. I literally need help. Send it to people you know. Be like, hey, my friend is doing podcasting. He's doing streaming. We've got the Fairfield I Love You page. We're doing that podcast every Friday night. I like Fridays from the Field as a name, but we're still working on it. I have a name for the food content. I have a name for my wine segment on this podcast that I'm doing on Sundays. So there's a lot of things in the works. On top of that, I am actually currently working on a series of children's books. Yeah. I got about 5 or 6 different children's books that I'm currently working on that I'm going to be rolling out once I figure out how to correctly copyright and get all these things down and protect it before I release them. But I hope over time that you guys will be able to download some stuff either on a Kindle or on an iPad for your children about some of my traveling a little bit. You'll see. It's going to be pretty cool. So I hope that you guys will stay tuned for that. So yeah, so on top of that, I do have an interview planned. So my first interview, and I'm saying all this on stream because if I say it, then I have to do it this way, and I want to do it this way. So my first interview that I have planned is going to be someone that is really close to me, someone really important to me. I've already worked out the podcast location where we're going to do it at. I want to do it with my equipment. So I'm hoping my little brother will help me produce the interview when he finds out who I want to interview. I think he'll want to be a participant of it as well. I'm gonna save that for the next stream. I'm gonna announce the next stream who my first interview is gonna be. My first real interview for my channel. So I hope it'll give me a little bit of practice, give me some skills, but also too it'll be an interview that you guys didn't know you needed. Right? It'll be something you didn't know you needed. I hope it goes. So we need your help by continuing to like, subscribe, comment on the post, go back, watch all the shorts, share them. Help me out if you know how to do this. If you want to be a mod, if you want to help me edit some things, I could use banners and thumbnails and all that kind of stuff. I've been using AI where I could, and I've been thugging it out because I do have a business in real life. I'm building and working and remodeling homes and showers and bathrooms and kitchens and all kind of stuff during the week. So it's not like I'm not busy, but I'm never going to make an excuse. I also just be outside. I just like going and having fun. Sometimes I can just Google something and look it up, and it's not as much energy as it is to put into it. But when it takes time to sit down and do it, I'm gonna get it done. So once again, I want to thank you guys for joining the stream. I'm gonna keep it short today, just because I didn't want to be on here too long. Covered everything I wanted to cover. I wanted to tell you guys what it was like to hike Acatenango. I got some really, really cool stories from that trip. Not only did we go to Guatemala and hike Acatenango, but we also traveled through Guatemala. We went through Guatemala all the way to Livingston, Guatemala. So we went to Samuk Champai, which is where they have like the underwater waterfalls is pretty much the best way I can describe it. It's like a huge river with these like underwater waterfalls. That was an amazing experience. But besides Samuk Champai, we went to Livingston, which is really, if I can say it, the best and kind of like most politically correct way. That let me see, did I have her? Oh, I didn't have her on the. I think it is a former like slave colony, a slave area where the slaves that were formerly in Guatemala where they found refuge, and so not only did we hike Acatenango, but we got to go to Livingston. So I'm pulling up my reel real quick. I'm gonna show you guys of Livingston real quick. So if you're not following me, if you're here on YouTube, oh, this is good. This is a good transition. So if you're here on YouTube and you're not following me on Instagram, I am creating a TikTok soon. I'm not doing any TikTok dances. Don't think you're getting any TikTok dances out of me. But I am doing it, creating a TikTok to upload these videos on TikTok so that hopefully they'll spread and people will come to the YouTube channel. However, my Instagram is live. A lot of the things I've done in life are on Instagram for the last few years. So this is in Livingston, Guatemala. So you're going to see my friend Mareja here. Dude, let's listen to this. It was after we left Acatenango and Antigua. This is where we ended up. Follow me on Instagram. Here. So there's my homegirl Mareja. Shout out Mareja. Full of energy. Complete ball of energy. She's dope. She does cooking classes there.
Sangre indígena se levantará otra vez. Sangre indígena se levantará otra vez. Sangre indígena se levantará otra vez. Sangre indígena se levantará otra vez.
Hey, look at Yohan. Look at Yohan. Look at my boy Yohan right there, man. We kicking it with the locals. That is me and Yohan and a whole bunch of locals. That's it. And my homegirl, Isaline. Here we go. There's Isaline. Shout out Isaline. That's Mareja's sister right there. Locals, friends, and there. Well, she's all the friends who lives up there. Shout out Isaline. And that's the ocean right there, man. We're on the coast of Guatemala. So again, that was fun. Here's where we met Isalin. We actually met Isalin on a crazy ass excursion that we went to. We went to Samuk Chimpai. So here's Isalin before we knew her. We went to Samuk Chimpai, and I gotta mute this because of G Easy. And we were literally put in the back of trucks and driven like livestock down to the river. Here's Johan right here, and I have music right here, so I have it muted. Some other French travelers. This is where you go under the ground, and you're in the underground waterfalls. And so they give you a candle, and you literally hike through there. Oh yeah, and I have the G Easy Paris song on there because almost all these people were from freaking France. And this is when we met Isaline. And here's the point where I jumped into the river off the swing. Here you go. See, your boy's not afraid to try anything, man. Except for escargot. I had a chance to try escargot the other night, and I just could not do it. That's what it's like when you go up to the top. You hike up to the bird's view of Samuk Chimpai waterfall, the pools, and then this is the pools down below. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. So this is all Guatemala. I highly recommend Guatemala as a place to visit, to take a trip. It's a beautiful place. So many amazing things to see. The people are wonderful. Guatemalan people are some of my favorite people in the entire world, literally. So highly recommend that. All right. So the last thing I wanted to share before we get off the stream, we here on the Fairfield Johnny YouTube channel have some very exclusive music that you guys are going to get to hear for the very first time. It is unreleased and it is by an artist named Auntie. If I had my thing, I would be like, bam, 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 bam. Now, Auntie's emoji is pepperoni. So if you're in the chat right now, if you could put some pepperonis in the chat for me, the pizza pepperoni, the little pizza pie, her pepperoni, and I'll explain why it's the pepperonis. But Auntie is one of the newest artists out of Long Beach, California, Los Angeles, California, greater area, but Long Beach specifically. She came on site with she came on to the scene. Really, she's been around the scene for a long time. She's actually a professional hairstylist, so she works on a lot of the shows on like the Zeus Network and stuff. But how I found out about her is through Ace Boy Pun, Ace Boys Worldwide. She's a guest on the Ace Boys show, so this is an example of her as a guest playing one of her songs. And so that's Auntie right there. So shout out Auntie. There's Ace Boy Pun. Happy birthday, Ace Boy Pun. Shout out Pun, man. It's his birthday today. It's Pun Day Sunday. So shout out. There's Ace Boy Creep right there, Jesse. And shout out to WAP, man. That's Mac WAP right there. That's Kendrick and Schoolboy Q's DJ right there. So shout out them. So shout out Auntie. So Auntie sent me, I've been a part of the Figmunity World chat and a fan for a long time. I've chatted and commented and shared and sent heart eyes and fire emojis to Auntie. She's dope, man. She's a really cool person, really great woman, great mom. I always see her posting videos of her son. And so I like that. So what she sent me, chat, she sent me some exclusive unreleased music. She has a project that's dropping here pretty soon. The project itself is that picture that you've seen, that auntie right there, right here. So we want to shout out Auntie. Thank you for sending in some unreleased music. Once again, it might not be your flavor, but 321, there is a diva that is coming to the scene, and we want to show all love and support to her. So we want to play this song. We appreciate you, Auntie, for showing us some support. And so we're going to go ahead and play her song right now. This is Auntie. The song is called Like You Mean It. So if this is not even for you, if this is not necessarily flavor, I want you to remember that I want you to remember that your girl might like this and it might be entertaining for you. Or if you're a female, your dude might like you put this on for him and go ahead and play it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this song. Here it is, Auntie, like you mean it. This sample is crazy though. This sample really goes crazy in the hook. Shout out Mark Nasty. Hey, that's what's up. I like that. I like that. So once again, that's Auntie. Sorry, the wine, the wine was starting to bubble up after that little dancing around. Once again, that was Auntie. Please go follow her, like her page, subscribe, her YouTube, any music. There's actually a really funny diss on Mark Nasty, but we're not going to get into that. Shout out Mark Nasty. Mark Nasty, I could hear him on the ad libs on that. Uh, really dope artist out of Long Beach, out of the North. Really, really dope. Has a lot of dope tracks out. I always play him whenever I go somewhere and I need the energy to get up for the females that's not feeling the bay bops. I have to turn this one. This one right here is one of my favorite ones.
Hold on, hold on. She's so fine, she knows she mine. I know.
So go check that out. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We did an hour and a half stream on a Sunday. I appreciate it. Please like the video, share, subscribe to the channel, share this around. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for messing with me. Once again, remember, no es una mala vida. It's not a bad life, man. Things could be worse. Our problems are good problems. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Have a blessed day, man. Yay.